Frankly, I really wasn't prepared in any way for what befell me psychologically. I'll give you an example of the problem and try to explain what I mean. I had been inflicted with a neurobehavioral chemical, which was a personality change chemical that most of Pittsburgh knew I had been poisoned with. It was their idea of a union joke. And I was the brunt of this horrifying terroristic union activity. It was symbolic, and it was organized through corporate culture. It was an agreement that they had to get rid of something. So why not make a symbolic get rid of object? But as a human, I knew that being deaf, I was struggling with a personality change chemical, but what they were using, the civil rights movement lobby was in on this, shocking as that is to believe, and the Catholic workers. What they were doing from Thomas Merton Center, and the sort of place that sort of rubber-stamped liberal acceptability factor, and if you can't even get in on those margins, you're obviously struck a washout, a squish or something. They tortured me. I have Parkinson's, and nobody's ever going to call me a victim because of the way that they organized the mindset for their huge heist of torture and murder and robbery, which was to say, it's about the content of the object's character. So to say, that's what I wasn't prepared to deal with. I mean, because I didn't know that they were using a neuroplasm. I was fighting for my psychological dignity against a personality change chemical and purposefully deranged framing of the arguments. I had been taught to think of myself as insignificant, and so I did. I didn't realize they were creating a museum heist because of my historical characteristics. Now, if there's a stick up in a bank, well, they give the person's name, Ella Beatty. Now, she's a terrible person. I won't tell you whether she's black or white. All we know is that she was being given thousands of dollars at the bank. And in comes another terrible person, we'll call him Robert Swamy. And he sticks up the bank and he takes Ella's money. And the money that's behind the counter, and a number of other, people get shaken down. And he runs out of the bank and steals from them. Well, from Pittsburgh Catholic workers' point of view, what matters is they have to know, is Ella a bad person? So they start to interrogate her, and they start to peep in her house. And it turns out she has a mental health problem. So she says things that don't make any sense sometimes. And they start, so they come to the defense of the bank robber. Say, aha, it doesn't matter that she was stuck up because she was a bad person. And this is obviously a facetious framing of the issue. But that's where they had me. I was completely unprepared for it. That's where they still have me. I mean, they're getting away with torture and probably murder.